I'm Dr. Angel Storm. I'm the founder of Ashes to Beauty Ministries, and I'm here today to talk to you about narcissistic abuse syndrome, healing, and recovery. So in a previous video, I went over the symptoms of narcissistic abuse syndrome so that you have an idea of what to be looking for in yourself or a loved one if you think you may be suffering from NAS. But to sum it up really quickly, if you're constantly questioning the status of your relationship with a person, if you're ruminating about what you could be doing differently, if you believe that the problems in the relationship are all because of you or something you are doing, if you have constant fear or anxiety, or if you feel less like of who you are, if you feel less connected to who you truly are since you met the narcissist, these are all indicators that you may have NAS. But in this video, I want to talk about the healing process and what you can do, 6 things that you can do to start that healing process today. And I stress that it is a process, but the good news is that you can untangle yourself from the narcissist and from the effects of that relationship completely. It's just important that you understand where you are in terms of how affected you are by the relationship and by the trauma that you may have experienced because of the narcissist, so that you know the areas that you need to work on. So your emotional health, your spiritual health, your mental health, your physical and financial health, all of these go into your overall health. You want to know where you are with each of those categories, and so you can address them appropriately. So the first thing that I always recommend to people when they are dealing with a narcissist is to go no contact immediately. Stop having contact with the narcissist. Why? Because you cannot heal in the same environment that you got sick in. You need to cut off the contact with the narcissist so that you have a safe space to really heal yourself. If this means that you need to get a coach or a support group or gather up friends to come along and support you, do whatever you need to do in order to get away from the narcissist. I understand that there are some legal situations where you are not able to go no contact, and I absolutely understand that. That was my situation for quite a period of time. But even then, I wish I knew then what I know now about healing from NAS. And I say go no contact until you are able. There are some other situations, maybe you have an in-law or your own parents who's a narcissist and you cannot go no contact for whatever reason. It's important that you have no contact at least for a period of time so that you can heal yourself and you can relearn healthy behaviors such as setting boundaries and how to enforce consequences of breaking boundaries and things like that before you get back into an environment where you'll be dealing with a narcissist. So the first step, again, is to go no contact with the narcissist. And again, if this requires pre-planning, I have another video called Leaving a Narcissist. You might need to plan in advance if you are going to leave a narcissist, if you're going to go no contact with them. So make sure that you assess the situation that you're in before you do this. Number 2 is learn to refocus. What I mean by this is you have spent so much energy and time, a lot of emotions, and everything about you has been invested into the narcissist and into that relationship, however that looks. And it's really important that you learn how to shift the focus off of the narcissist, onto all of these questions. If, could I have done something different? Is this my fault? Could I have done this and then this other thing wouldn't have happened? All of that is really useless. You're never going to figure it out because it does not make any sense. It is not a sane question to be asking. So stop putting your energy into that and start shifting your focus. I really believe that this cannot be done if you do not shift your focus onto your creator, the one who made you, the one who knows you, the one who truly loves you and will never leave you. If you do not focus shift your focus back onto God and only Him, there's a million other noises out there that are vying for your attention, and any one of them seem good, but they're not the source, they're not the solution. So return your focus back onto your creator and allow Him to fill you, because right now you are empty and you are going to need to be repaired and filled so that you can go back out into the world and live your destiny. Number 3, identity, restoring your identity. This is only done in connection to God. He's the only one who knows why you were created and the fullness of your purpose that you're meant to live out. So you really need to reclaim your identity through your connection to God, because apart from him, there is no, everything else is a counterfeit. That's why the narcissist was able to tell you who you were, what you should eat, what you should wear, where you should go, and all of these other things. They weren't accepting of who you truly were. So through your identity, you're going to learn how to use the power that was put inside of you to become your best self, live your destiny to its fullest, and not experience this overwhelming anxiety all of the time. And you're going to be able to turn that into joy. Number 4, mindfulness. But what I mean by that is by paying attention to, yes, the present moment, but be paying attention to your mind. What are the thoughts that you are having the most throughout the day? Are these thoughts telling you you're not good enough? Are these thoughts telling you you'll never be free? Are these thoughts, if they're negative like this, you need to take a note of that, because where your mind goes, your emotions will follow, and all of that internal stuff creates your outer world. Your outer world will look like how your inner world is established. So paying attention to your thoughts and your emotions is going to tell you where you need to be putting your focus and your energy into. So if you are hearing constant thoughts of self-condemnation or shame, you need to be replacing those things with words that build up and words that are life. Again, get a coach if you need help doing this. Find a support group if you need some help. Get around people who understand what narcissistic abuse is and who can help you heal from it. This is not something that you can do on your own. You need to be in community with people, because there are people out there that do love you, that want to see you succeed. And number 6, learn how to build healthy new relationships. This is done by understanding how boundaries work and how to establish them, how to adjust them if needed, how to establish consequences, both good and bad, and how to enforce those consequences. So all of this is going to go into your healing process, because when you don't have healthy boundaries, another narcissist or somebody equally as destructive can come into your life again. You want to learn how to not do the same mistakes, and this is done usually through boundaries. When I deal with people who have gone through narcissistic abuse all of the time, and I myself am somebody who has gone through narcissistic abuse, and the number one thing I can tell you is that we all say if we had different boundaries. Because even if we have healthy boundaries, if we didn't do the steps that were necessary for allowing somebody into the next part of our boundary circle, we made it happen too quick. We allowed things to go without really questioning it. Looking back, I'm sure you can see a ton of red flags. And it's really important that we learn from our past behavior so that we create a different future for ourselves. So again, just really quickly, the 6 steps: go no contact, number 1. Number 2, refocus. Number 3, relearn your identity. Number 4, mindfulness. And number 5, build healthy new relationships through the use of boundaries. I hope this video has helped you get started on the path to inner healing. Remember to subscribe below and turn on the notifications so you don't miss a thing.